All right. Okay. Nope, that's not it. All right. All right, now we're good. All right.
Sweet.
Okay. Hi, my name is Mitchell Thompson with the GC Papyrus, and this is Taylor Meyers. She is currently junior.
I'm a senior.
She is a senior right now. During the fall, last semester in the fall, she went to the Los Angeles Film Studio Center. It's interesting how it has a center at the end.
It's Los Angeles Film Studies Center.
Studies Center, yes. So, let me start off. How did this opportunity arise? Like, from Greenville, how did you go to freaking Los Angeles?
Right. So I am a theater major here, and I had some previous friends who were theater majors, and I don't know how they heard about the opportunity, but they had done the program. And so through them, I heard about it, and my good friend Austin Schumacher was the one who kind of told me a lot about it, and then Lindsay Schuberth, she graduated before I came here, but I knew of her, and so I got in contact with her about it because I know that she still is involved with the process, and she told me how to apply for the program, so I applied, and then I was accepted.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, why was this one semester? Like, why didn't you take like a whole year there, or what's up with that?
It's almost kind of like a study abroad program, so you can apply for it's the best semester program, so you can apply for a semester anywhere in different fields. So I chose the Los Angeles field, and it's just one semester in that field, and it's school, but it's also like putting you in the field directly. So you do an internship, and you have various courses and projects that you complete.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Could you tell me a little bit about the life that is there?
Yeah. So when you do the program, at least for the Los Angeles Film Studies program, I don't know how the other ones work, they actually house you in an apartment and you live like you're in the grown-up world on your own. The cost of the apartment rent is in the tuition for the semester, but you pay for your own groceries and you have your own transportation to places.
So basically adulting?
Yeah, you're adulting to the extreme. There's not an actual campus. The school itself is in a business building on Wilshire, which is a really busy street in Los Angeles.
It is.
And so you find your own way to class, and you go to the building and you have classes there, or you work on projects there, and they have one floor designated to LAFSC of the business building, and on that floor they have different sets you could do short films on, which is really cool. Lots of props. A screening room where you can screen short films that you've made, or a movie if you want to watch a movie. And computer lab and all that good stuff. They have a movie library with any movie you could think of ever, and the students had all access to it, so that was amazing.
That's awesome.
I watched so many movies. And yeah, you can pick an emphasis within the program, so I chose acting, while other people did narrative storytelling or like just different things like that. So I did the acting track, and so in addition to creating short films and learning about the film industry as a whole, I did various acting jobs and acting classes, which was a lot of fun for me.
I bet it was, knowing you.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. Well, could you tell us some stuff you've learned from going there, or
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's like that,
I learned a lot that I didn't know, because coming from a small town college and mainly focusing on just theater, then going to a huge city and expanding my knowledge of film as in its entirety, which is what I want to go into end game goal, was incredible. I learned how to successfully do production design for filming. I learned how you produce and direct film, whereas all my knowledge before was limited to theater, and it's actually very different.
Oh yeah, that is.
And the acting itself is different. So I went from learning how to be an over-the-top expressionist in my acting, because when you're on stage in a theater, you have to be very expressionist, so you know, someone in the back row of an audience can see it. But then when you're on camera, the camera picks up every tiny detail, and if you are over the top, it just seems fake. And so I had to really dial it down and not be so over the top in my acting. So that was definitely something I took away from the semester.
Other than that, like, is there something like very specific that you took away from it? Like, I know I just asked you like what you learned, but was like anything like, you know, hit you hard or anything like that?
I think it just confirmed what I already knew, and that is that I want to move back out to Los Angeles, and I want to do a career in the entertainment industry, and I just have such a passion for it. I couldn't imagine doing anything else.
Right. You talked about like doing some stuff. What kind of projects did you work on? Like, what kind of like stuff did you do?
Oh, it was so fun. One of the courses that we took in the semester was called Hollywood Production Workshop, and we actually created our own short film. We had someone who wrote the script, or screenplay is what it's called in film. Yes, it is different than theater. But you still call it a script when you're acting and reading lines. Whatever. So we, you know, someone wrote it, and then we each had designated jobs, and it was to be like a 10 to 13 minute film, and we did everything from production design, which was my job on the set, was I did production design. So I did the set itself, like the props we needed and costumes, and helped with location some, which was really cool because we got to do a lot of traveling. We went to various deserts and like swampy lake areas, and our film was a sci-fi, and so that was really challenging.
That's awesome.
Especially for the editors, bless their soul, because they had to go in and put in all of these sci-fi special effects. So I mean, I couldn't do it. I would love to be able to edit, but that's something that I need more teaching in. And then we had other short films that we did that were like 10-minute films, and just, it was awesome. I don't know. Awesome. I had about 3 or 4 different films when the semester was done that I actually acted in.
Oh, really?
A lot of it was just background work, but some of it was lead roles, which it was a lot of fun.
You said a couple things about different like classes and stuff. What kind of classes did you take?
So there was Hollywood Production Workshop that I was just talking about, and there was Faith and Artistic Development, which, because it's a Christian program, it's in with the CCCU schools, is what the best semester program goes through. They have Faith and Artistic Development, which just discusses Christianity and various religions and kind of forces you to really think deeper about your faith and your career and how the two come together, which it was probably my favorite class. I loved learning about the entertainment industry, but Faith and Artistic Development forces you to grow as a person, and it really was a positive thing for my life on so many levels. And, you know, you wrote out your testimony in that class, and you came head on with really personal things, and I just think that's important. And then there was internship, and I got to intern with an acting agency called Station 3, so that was a lot of fun. I read a lot of scripts and did a lot of coverage over the scripts, kind of like analyzing them. And that was great. I made a lot of amazing friendships through my internship and through my classes. And then you had just your, whatever your elective was, like mine was acting, so I had my acting class. Other people had narrative storytelling where they wrote screenplays. Trying to think of there were a couple other electives, but I can't remember off the top of my head what they were.
So to end it off, you're all talking about like friendships and stuff. What'd you do for fun during there? What did you like mess around and stuff?
We went to the beach a lot.
Oh, I bet that was amazing.
Which was amazing. There was a farmer's market near our apartment, which was actually a lot of fun. It was huge, nothing like you see in Greenville, Illinois. So we would go to the farmer's market, or we would go to the beaches and just chill, enjoy our time together.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the time.
Thank you.
I'm Mitch Thompson with the GC Preparis, and we're off.